Have you ever felt like the person you're talking to isn't actually listening, like they're just, waiting for their turn to speak?
Oh, absolutely. All the time.
Right. Today we're doing a deep dive into a document called Day 19. It explores exactly why we do this and why true listening is considered such a profound, almost immeasurable gift. So, okay, let's unpack this.
It is it's a universally frustrating moment, right? Yeah. You can literally see their eyes glaze over as they load up their next verbal bullet. The text actually identifies this core conflict, pointing out that most of us aren't listening to understand at all.
We're just like listening to reply or to defend ourselves.
Exactly. We're just prepping our next point.
It's basically defensive listening. I mean, it's like playing Tetris, right? You're so intensely focused on where your next block is going to fit that you completely ignore the messy board building up right in front of you. You're just waiting to drop your piece.
That is a perfect way to look at it. And if our natural instinct is that defensive, Tetris-like posturing, overcoming it requires, a massive suppression of ego. What's fascinating here is how the text addresses this. It anchors the whole solution in humility.
By making it a choice.
Yeah, it argues that genuine listening means making a conscious choice to value the other person more than you value, winning the conversation.
Which kind of explains why the document points us to a specific biblical framework to break that ego cycle. It cites the book of James, chapter 1, verse 19.
Right, the quick to listen verse.
Yeah. It says everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. I mean, if you're quick to listen, you literally can't be busy dropping your Tetris blocks.
Precisely. And the text grounds this idea by looking at Jesus as the primary model for this framework. It points out that before he ever offered advice or spoke to the crowds, he actually listened.
Listen to their fears and hopes, right?
Right. By taking the time to understand the actual condition of their hearts.
Mm-hmm.
His responses were rooted in genuine compassion. It wasn't just, delivering a detached lecture.
Okay, that makes sense in theory. But I want to push back on the reality of it a bit, because we all know we're supposed to be active listeners.
Sure.
But in the heat of a disagreement, it is so easy to slip back into treating the other person like a podcast we're playing on 1.5 speed. We're just like skimming the audio so we can get to our own thoughts.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Wow.
It's so tempting.
Right. So how does the text suggest we actually force our brains to stop prepping that next bullet? Is the goal just to sit in silence while someone vents?
Not at all. The text is highly specific about the mechanics here.
Yeah.
It's an active process to short-circuit that defensive reflex. It mandates things like maintaining eye contact, absolutely refusing to interrupt, and using a summarizing phrase.
A summarizing phrase, like repeating it back to them.
Exactly.
Right.
Specifically starting with what I hear you saying is before offering any opinion of your own.
Ah, wow. So that phrase isn't just a polite conversational trick, it's a cognitive forced function.
Right.
If I have to repeat your point back to you, my brain literally has to process your words. I can't just be formulating my own counter argument.
Precisely. You cannot formulate your winning response if your brain is fully occupied, accurately reflecting their feelings.
Mhm.
And the text outlines why this mechanism is so crucial for relational impact. Parents who employ this build deep trust with their kids.
Yeah, and spouses deepen their intimacy.
Exactly. Leaders earn actual respect, not just, basic compliance.
Because it proves you're actually engaged, not just waiting out the clock.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the source introduces this as a core life principle. The reality is people are only willing to receive your words after they know you have truly heard theirs.
Wow.
It even scales this up to spirituality, suggesting that prayer isn't just speaking to God, but deliberately making room to listen.
It's a simple concept, but man, it is incredibly difficult to execute when our egos get involved. It all comes back to this defining quote from the text. Listening is one of the purest expressions of love, because it says, "You matter enough for me to give you my full attention."
Which brings us to an important question to leave you with today. If genuine listening means actively giving up the need to win a conversation, I want you to think about a recent argument you successfully won.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Right. Did you actually damage the relationship because you were too busy formulating your winning response to truly listen? Next time you find yourself in that spot, try stepping back from the Tetris board.
Just look at what's in front of you.
Exactly. Stop worrying about where your next piece fits.